Hey friend, there's something that happens to me probably every other day or so. I'll be going along, everything feels like it's going along smoothly, and then out of nowhere, boom, I'm overwhelmed, anxious or angry, even just straight up agitated, and I have no idea where it came from. Like everything was okay when I woke up, but now, suddenly, I feel like I'm drowning in something and I can't even name it. Does this ever happen to you? If it does, I totally get it. And today I want to share something that has helped me a fair bit with this. It's simple, takes almost no time, and honestly feels almost too easy to work, but it just does. The secret? Just name what you're feeling. Let me tell you about the first time this clicked for me. I was sitting in my car in a parking lot, just sitting there trying to relax, but I felt terrible. Like really terrible. And I couldn't figure out why. Which, in its own way, was almost making it worse. Nothing seemed to have happened. Nothing was wrong in particular, but my chest was tight, my heart was racing, and I was on the verge of tears. And I just sat there thinking, what's wrong? Why am I feeling like this? And then I remembered something I read about in a book, naming your emotion, just saying out loud what you're feeling. So I tried it. I said to myself, I feel overwhelmed. And immediately, I felt a bit of relief. Not perfect by any means, but a little bit of space opened up, and I felt slightly better and less weighed down. Then I said, I feel ashamed, and another little bit of space opened up. It was like peeling the layers off an onion. Each time I named another feeling underneath, I got a little more room to breathe. What I've learned about this is that when emotions come up, especially big ones, they can feel like a fog, this overwhelming cloud that you can't see through. And the reason they're so overwhelming is because your brain is processing them, but you're not consciously aware of what's happening. It's like your brain is throwing all these signals at you at once, and you don't know how to receive them. But when you name the emotion, when you put it into words, something shifts. You're using a different part of your brain, that part that speaks, the part that labels, and that categorizes. And that part is not as reactive as the emotional part. You're basically telling your brain, hey, I see this. I know what's happening. And your brain responds, calms down a little. It's like you're giving it a map instead of just throwing it into the maze with no directions on where to go. Now here's the thing. You don't have to get it exactly right. You don't have to use the perfect word. Anxious is fine. Upset is fine. Weird is even fine. The act of naming itself is what matters, not the precision. That will come with time the more you practice this. So, how do you actually use this in real life? When you notice that feeling starting to build, that tightness in your chest, that heat rising, the overwhelm coming on, just pause for a second, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Then say it out loud if you can, or just think it. Either works, but saying it out loud hits a little harder. And here's a cool trick. Once you name the first feeling, ask yourself, what else is going on? Because sometimes there's more going on beneath the surface. There's a feeling on top and the feelings underneath also. Fear might be hiding under anger. Shame might be hiding under frustration. Just keep naming them. See how many layers you can find. The goal isn't to instantly solve anything, it's just to name it. Because once you've named it, you created this little gap between you and the emotion. A tiny bit of space, and that's where you can start to choose how to respond instead of just reacting. I know this sounds almost too simple, like, this is it, just name it, and I get it. I was skeptical too, but I've done this so many times now, and it genuinely helps. Not every time. No method is 100% perfect. And sometimes emotions are too big for any trick to fix. But most of the time, a little bit of naming goes a long way. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't know why, just try it. Name the feeling and see what happens. You got this, friend. One more thing I like to do so I can see my progression and see if things are working out or not is to track my progress. I created a monthly tracking tool that's 31 days long, so it will cover any month of the year, as well as a workflow to see if I was overreacting in certain situations. They're not perfect, but they work for me, so if you have any feedback, let me know in the comments. I have borderline personality disorder, and my emotions can be very, very strong. It took me a long time to figure this stuff out, so I thought I would share, and hopefully you can find some relief quicker than I did. Links for the tracking tool and workflow are in the description if you want them. Like and subscribe if you would like to know when I post new videos. I'm going to try to do at least 2 per week, talking about what I've learned over the years. I hope it helps. Have a good day, y'all.